Today we got an extinction video. It's of this snake that I'm gonna try and attempt the name right now. I'm probably gonna butcher it really bad. What if the Titanoboa Snake didn't go extinct? It looks really cool. I've never heard or seen anything of it. So let's jump straight into this and check it out.
Can you immediately name the largest snake in the world?
Anaconda.
I'll give you a hint. This is the name of a very famous horror movie. Did you guess? Right, it's the anaconda. If we pair it with the largest crocodile, Cassius, weighing almost 1 ton, you can write a script for a new horror film. But these giants are just babies.
Imagine like you're walking down an alley one day, right? The back street, it's all dark. And, well, remove the dummies. And then these two motherfuckers come at you.
Compared to those that once lived on Earth for a long time. Take, for example, Kronosaurus and Titanoboa. Once, these two predators were a threat to all life, both on land and in water. But what would happen if they still lived today? Could humanity survive?
How did they die off?
The end of us. Now, I'll tell you about the ancient monsters that terrorized everything in their path. You'll learn when and where these monsters lived, and then we'll bring them to the present. You'll see whether these giants will capture our world, and if people will be able to put up a fight. Something tells me that today it's going to be very hot.
Surely.
Before turning on the time machine, let's get to know our characters better.
If we have a deadly Titanoboa right now coming at us, the military would just, it'll just be dead. It's not invincible, you know what I mean?
We'll start with Titanoboa.
This
ancient snake lived about 58 million years ago. And according to scientists, for at least 10 million years, it was the largest predator on the planet.
Holy
its
shit.
length reached 13 meters,
Holy
or 43
shit.
feet, and its weight exceeded a ton. Can you imagine this giant? Here's an illustration for you. If you laid 2 giraffes on the ground, then Titanoboa will still be longer. Or you can just look at these 2 vertebrae. The model on the left belongs to the anaconda, and on the right, Titanoboa. It turns out that the largest snake living today is half the size of the ancient reptile. In width, the mega snake could reach 1 meter, or 3 feet. It could easily swallow a young hippopotamus. True, in ancient times, there were no hippos. Titanoboa preferred to eat fish, and this monster could be found in dark swamps and rivers. In addition to fish, it could feast on crocodiles. It was a sophisticated killer. The giant monster attacked its victim and strangled it in its strong embrace. Then the snake swallowed it whole and digested it for a long time. The victim suffered a compression force comparable to 1.5 times the weight of the...
This is what I thought, right? Crocodiles or an alligator, they're powerful guys. You know what I mean? So like, let's say a snake did swallow the alligator, right? Could it not just like eat it from the inside? Could it not just instantly start yipping away? Do you know what I mean? Like, what?
Brooklyn Bridge.
What happens?
So, put in numbers. That's 28 kilograms per square centimeter, 400 pounds per square inch. Even though the Kronosaurus was smaller in size.
That is mad though, how a snake could just swallow you whole though, when you think about it. That's crazy. Like, you're just standing there and just being swallowed. Like, you know, like,
it was also a very bloodthirsty predator. Its wide open mouth, full of many small teeth, speaks for itself. And the size of the predator is comparable to the dimensions of an orca, also called a killer whale. To be more precise, the Kronosaurus reached a length of more than 10 meters, or 33 feet, and its weight could reach up to 12 tons. In its appearance, it was remotely similar to a modern crocodile, only in a very enlarged version. And even their bite strength is a close comparison. It was also a skilled swimmer that probably attacked its prey from the depths. Kronosaurus had a very powerful rib cage, 4 flippers, and a small tail.
Do you know what's crazy? Like, in many years to come, when like alligators go extinct, people will be talking about alligators like Oh my God, imagine a time when alligators was around. Do you know what I mean? Like these ancient dinosaurs, with the modern dinosaurs, and you know, it's mad. It's mad when you think about it.
Gnawed at its victim, leaving no chance for survival. Kronosaurus couldn't have encountered Titanoboa. They lived in different periods, and even perhaps loved a different habitat. Kronosaurus could live in fairly cold southern seas, but Titanoboa loved a hot climate. But this didn't stop the two predators from instilling fear and terror into all living creatures in the area. Now, let's imagine that these two monsters didn't die out and that they still peacefully coexist with us. Although, would it be peaceful? This is a big question. If Titanoboa survived to this day, it could well be found in the equatorial tropics. For example, Titanoboa would love the hot climate of Colombia or neighboring countries like Venezuela, Brazil, Ecuador, Peru, or Panama. Obviously, people would have to more carefully protect their homes from the intrusion of Titanoboa. However,
bro,
it's
that'd be
unlikely
mad.
that the snake could crawl unnoticed into a house. It would have no trouble knocking out a window or even breaking a door. Fortunately, this behavior is still unusual for snakes. But all the same, in order to protect themselves from intruders, people would have to surround their homes with high-voltage fences and keep a big stun gun under the pillow, just in case. In noisy megacities, a huge snake would not have a single chance of survival, only if the snake doesn't accidentally wind up somewhere under the heating main, a comfort that a reptile might appreciate. But food in the form of rats would hardly suit it. By the way, most likely she wouldn't be interested in people as a food source. In horror films, the anaconda often devours people. However, in reality, it rarely attacks a person. It can be assumed that its distant ancestor would also be indifferent to us. But for people, Titanoboa could be a welcome trophy. Any zoo in the world would dream of getting such a valuable specimen. And its skin would be a real hunt. People who catch these huge snakes would become real national heroes. As for the super snake diet, in our world, it would find something.
Bro, look at these beasts.
Alligators, turtles, river dolphins would suit the giant in all respects. Animals on land would also have a hard time. Giant armadillos, manatees, tapirs, cougars, jaguars, caimans, and Brazilian otters would be endangered. Sure, adults would be too big, so cubs and young animals are what they need. Titanoboa wouldn't mind eating fish, since it's a more familiar diet. As a result, the food chain would be broken. Some animals would probably migrate.
Wait, what we got? Wait, okay, so this is the normal food chain right now. The Titanoboa is not on here. Because I was going to say, how is this eating that?
Some animals would probably migrate to safer areas. But the fauna of the forests of Amazonia would be greatly impoverished. Although insects and fungi would start to flourish and evolve. Very soon, there'd be no trace of the once lush vegetation. Kronosaurus would hardly have liked life in our condition either. In ancient times, even turtles were the size of a kitchen table. Eat just one and feel full all day. But such a monster would need about a dozen modern turtles. And then I still doubt it would be enough to eat. In addition to turtles, the ancient monster fed on Plesiosauria. But in our world, he'd have to look for an alternative. Most likely, it would switch to large marine mammals. It wouldn't be able to swallow a whale.
I was gonna say.
But in parts, then sure, it could eat it completely. Such a huge body would need tons of food. Like a giant meat grinder, it would sweep away everything in its path. People would suffer greatly due to a shortage of fish in the seas and oceans. Fishing itself would be very risky. due to the existence of an underwater hazard.
Oh my God,
Ships
imagine.
would have to be built to be much more solid. And in the event of the extinction of whales, a climatic catastrophe would begin. There would be nothing to extract thousands of tons of carbon from the air. In the underwater depths, there would be a daily battle for life. Given the size of the monster and
Wait, why? That might be an interesting video. A whale was a key point in like our climate and stuff.
ferocious disposition,
I think I
there
might have
could
heard of
only
something
be
about that
one
before,
winner. We'd have to forget about tourism and sea traffic in the monster's habitat completely. This place would be marked on all maps in red, and anyone who dared to go there would practically write their own death sentence. If Titanoboa had the most valuable skin, then a Kronosaurus would have had its teeth. Small and sharp like a saw, they could cost more than the horns of a rhino. Today, they're one of the most expensive materials in the world. Their price is about $65,000 per kilogram, more expensive than gold. By the way, did you know that there's a danger of the return of extinct animals to Earth? I'm not joking right now. Scientists don't rule out the possibility.
Wait, how?
First of all, I'm talking about Titanoboa. There's speculation that it lived at a temperature of 32 degrees Celsius. That's 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And given the growth rate of global warming, such average temperatures can become a reality. I'm glad it will take millions of years. Would you like to see ancient monsters with your own eyes?
How would it just come back though? I don't get that.
Write in the comments. If you liked the video.
Right, that was a really interesting video. I like that one. If you guys got any video recommendations like this one, link them down in the comment section below. I'll definitely check them out. Really good video. Enjoyed that one. Hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video.